Good morning, everyone. In today's lesson, we'll be talking about isostasy. Isostasy is an ideal theoretical balance of all large portions of the Earth's lithosphere as though they were floating on their denser underlying layer, the asthenosphere. A section of the upper mantle composed of weak plastic rock that is about 110 kilometers, which is about 70 miles below the surface. Isostasy controls the regional elevations of continents and ocean floors in accordance with densities of their underlying rocks. Basic principles of isostasy are: the Airy hypothesis says that the Earth's crust is more rigid shell floating on a more liquid substrate of greater density. Sir George Biddell Airy, an English mathematician and an astronomer, assumed that the crust has a uniform density throughout. The thickness of the crustal layer is not uniform, however, and so the theory supposes that the thicker parts of the crust sink deeper into the substrate, while the thinner parts are boiled up by it. According to this hypothesis, mountains have roots below the surface that is much larger than the surface expression. This is analogous to an iceberg floating on water, in which the greater part of the iceberg is just underwater. The Pratt hypothesis was developed by John Henry Pratt, an English mathematician and an Anglican missionary. Supposes that the Earth's crust has a uniform thickness below sea level, with its base everywhere, supporting an equal weight per unit area at a depth of compensation. In an essence, this says that areas of the Earth of lesser density, such as mountain ranges, project higher above sea level than those of greater density. The explanation for this was that the mountains resulted from the upward expression of locally heated crust material, which had a larger volume but a lower density after it had cooled. The Heiskanen. This hypothesis was developed by Finnish geodesist Veikko Aliskenteri Heiskanen. Is an intermediate or compromise hypothesis between Airy's and Pratt's. This hypothesis says that approximately two-thirds of the topography is compensated by the root information, the Airy model, and 1/3 by the Earth's crust above the boundary between the crust and the substrate, the Pratt model.